Hey planner friends, I am coming back to you with a budget update on what is going on around here. Whew. It has been I think the last time I checked in with you guys on the budget was when I let you guys know that my husband had been laid off and had come to find out that his place of work is no longer going to even be opening even after this whole pandemic is done. That was exactly 2 weeks from today, it looks like. So I'll link that video up here. Everybody has really just shown amazing support in that video. Thank you guys all so much for doing that. Let's get this all set up. I was petrified to put that video out, but you guys really have just been so sympathetic and so encouraging and letting me know all the tricks and the trades and all that kind of stuff on trying to deal with like unemployment and cutting bills down and everything else. So I decided that I would come back today with a little news and something to do. I have been waiting all of this time really because we just didn't know when unemployment was going to hit, and we did get our first, actually 2 checks. So we got a backdated check and one the check for that week. So we have a little bit. There's also going to be obviously that $600 surplus check. I don't exactly know how it's all working for everyone. Does look like my family will get it. So that is going to help tremendously, guys. That puts him almost about what he would have been bringing home regularly. Our biggest issue at this point is health insurance. Unfortunately, his job let us know on March 31st about 6 p.m. that they were cutting off our insurance on March 31st, yep, same day, and that we needed to find health insurance. There was no COBRA, there was no nothing, because there just is not a company left or something. I'm not exactly of the words. If you need to hear the words, I guess I could look them up real quick for you, but because the plans are being terminated, there is no COBRA continuation of the coverage available during or under the group health plans. So yeah, so I have 2 people in this household, my husband and my youngest son, that are on everyday medications. So I will be jumping on that tomorrow to try and figure out all of that, hopefully, even though I know tomorrow is Saturday, to try and figure out anything I can do for our health care and get all that taken care of. I believe we'll just have to go on like our state Medicare kind of thing, like our Genesee health plan, I believe. I'm not positive. So I'll be looking more into that. So what I wanted to kind of come back with you guys at is, like I said, the unemployment is $362 a week for right now. We got 2 checks of $262 a week. What it looks like we will get the 600, but I won't count that in here until it is actually in our bank account. That is just how I have always done it. I've never counted on money that is not in my bank account. And then just a few updates on our bills. This is pretty much, we went from, here I'll show you guys last month's budget. This was last month's budget with all of our bills, and it is down to this. I did tell you last month, or last video, that our 1 car payment for our Arcadia is deferred for 2 months. I already had the money for our lease set aside since we were taking money out of every check anyways. For the car payments, I had $172. Here, I'll show you guys just a little update. My husband lost his job here, and our payments for both cars are, I believe, on the 10th, like the 10th and like 13th, somewhere right around here. So those payments were both of those payments, the 400 and the 170, were made already. So this 142 that was pulled out and this 142 was already pulled out before I realized, or that we knew, that he was losing his job. So I just kept that pulled out in that account, and that equaled, it was like 180. And so I just added those, $285. $285. So I just needed to put a few, like $45 more, somewhere right around there. I can't remember the math, in there to make up 2 of our lease payments, which is $170, as you can see right there. To have 2 car payments made. So the car payment has been made for April and May to get us through, and I'm not worrying about the car lease. It is paid. It's paid. We're not going to try and defer it. We're not trying to do anything until later on because, like I said, it's already taken care of. That's why you don't see it on this list. I didn't even include it on this list because it's taken care of. It's not coming out of this budget. It's already taken care of. Consumers is still $173 a month. We don't have a choice on that. Consumers is forbearancing or not charging you or not going to shut you off, but it's still going to be due. So it is what it is. You can't get around that one. Internet, Comcast does not come down on anything with this yet. I am going to try and call them one more time, see if I can get us. Sometimes it depends on the people that you get. I'm going to call on them one more time, see if I can get this lowered, but we have to have internet. Our kids are now getting homeschooled. It is what it is. And I'm still running a business out of this house. So in order to make a little bit of money, you got to spend a little bit of money. Sprint has went down. So I did call Sprint and this bill will now be $113. I didn't leave me any room to put a new total. Anyways, $113. And then in 2 months, we will have paid off my husband's phone and it will go actually down to $80. So that is great news. Oh, whoops. I just did the wrong one. You just see me do the wrong one. You're probably like, no, what are you doing? 113. So yeah, I knocked off like $80 off of that bill. Car insurance. We are through Progressive. So at this point, it is on a freeze account. So they're not going to pull it out of our account automatically like normally, because I just didn't know exactly when bills would, or when paychecks would be hitting. And it sounds like Progressive is going to take off 20% of our bill in April and in May to make this $181 is what I've kind of figured it out to be. We'll get a credit in our account. At this point, I am going to pull out the $226 because it hasn't been confirmed and like my bill still says $226. So I'm going to pull this out because I had it budgeted in here and go through with that. Culligan, I know a ton of you spoke about this. Unfortunately, we do not like our water. We drink a ton of water in this household. We did go down one jug of water to make the bill, I believe, $28. But it is just a bill that we have decided to keep. So that is what that is. So it is what it is. Y'all can judge. You can do whatever you want. But that was what, in the comments, I heard this one a lot. So I just wanted to put it out there. Netflix is $12.99 a month. We are keeping that because we have went down on our, actually DirecTV needs to get put in here. I actually forgot that one. Well, originally I was going to get rid of it. We did not get rid of it totally. We have put the bill all the way down to, we owed on our last bill. So I should have put it in here to begin with because we were always going to owe the next bill. It was $170. If you guys go back, DirecTV was $143. It's now down to, we knocked it all the way down to $33. But there was like a prorated amount or whatever it was. And I believe it's $73 that we owe on the last bill to this bill. Okay, so now that bill is $73.19. But that will be going down to I believe my husband said like $20 or $33 monthly. So we just had to pay that prorated amount. That is that. So let's calculate all this back up real quick and see where this has left us. Okay, so we went down all of $3, like $4 because we added, and that I forgot about that DirecTV that we were going to owe. Regardless, if we would have gotten rid of it, we would have owed that much because we hadn't paid our last bill. It's like a month behind. Groceries, I don't think that we're gonna stick into this grocery budget. We'll go through that and look today. And then gas, actually, we have spent nothing. So let's do a weekly check-in. and get all of that out of the way. And then we'll go through what bills I'm gonna pay at this point with the new checks. So how is everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing as good as we possibly can through this time. We have been chugging away. We've just been enjoying this time with our family, with our boys. I need some white out. Getting a lot of stuff done around the house. So I feel really good about that. Okay, so there's that. And I, again, am trying to use these pages, guys. Weird. Anyways, I am trying to use these pages as much as I can. So you'll see, like, these don't exactly match up to the lines in my check-ins, but it's okay. It doesn't bother me that bad, honestly. I did it last month and everything. So, okay. So this is going to be a little bit different since I am not like checking in with my cash envelopes or anything like that. We are not contributing to our cash envelopes at this time. It's just not something that we can do at this point. So what I am going to do is actually go through our bank statements right now and kind of show our spending and where it's been going, which we haven't had much. Any spending has really been either A, groceries, or B, anything like that is in dire need at this point. So, but I also, this is gonna be different for me, because like, I don't know, it's just gonna be a little different. Actually, let's get this back out. So just bear with me here. Whew, I got a lot of stickers around here. I'm gonna go back to this, and I actually am gonna put in the days that we did get paid. I kind of like these. Okay, so yeah, so before literally Wednesday, which this is Friday, I had no clue on when we were going to get paid and when we weren't going to get paid. Like I couldn't make these videos. It was like, I don't know. I couldn't pay a bill. I couldn't do anything because I had just no idea when anything was coming through. Like I've mentioned before, this is my first time or my husband's first time. These stickers are very weird to place. Anyways, both of our first times being on unemployment. So, and I think the other one came through the day before that, the 6th. I don't know if it actually came through on the 6th. I feel like it came through on the 7th, but okay. So I'm going to put this here. So 362. I believe that one was for the week before. So we won't get paid twice in a week like this again, but it was for the back pay. What I want to do is I at least want to get at least $300 of this paid. $300 of that paid. This is going, I'm checking this paid because it's as paid as it's going to get. Sprint on here, which needs to be changed. Car insurance is on there, both of those. I need to figure out the due date of the internet bill. And DirecTV is going to be, actually, I think I took, yeah. So this is actually going to be, normally, so this is going to be like all over the place a little bit. Normally my bill stickers, these would coordinate with the check that they need to get paid for. That's not happening this month because I had no idea what check is going to pay for what at this point. So what I believe I'm going to do at this point is I take at least $300. I'm probably going to take a whole check, but we'll figure this out in 1 second, and pay mortgage and this DirecTV bill. And then I'm going to kind of go between all of this. I don't know. Guys, I am like, so like, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I came on here with the plan, but it wasn't that much of a plan because, like I said, this is all new for me. Okay, so week 1, I am actually going to put like the date here. I'm going to put what it was here. April. Hopefully you guys can't hear my freaking 1st through the 4th. And that's all I'm going to calculate through there. Okay, And I'm gonna do groceries and unbudgeted pretty much. We haven't spent any money in gas, and because we're not going anywhere. And from what I'm seeing, it is literally all just groceries. And I'm pretty sure we've already went over our $200 budget. So is anybody else spending like a ton load of money in groceries? It's so crazy. We put $200 down because we did receive quite a blessing of food. And when my husband's work closed down, we were able to get a ton of food from them. And so we are using that to the best of our abilities at this point. And yeah, that's like, it's going to save us at the end. It was probably the least they could do since they did not pay him his bonus when they shut down, and they took away our insurance. So it's been kind of crazy. So yeah, so it's been a blessing. Anyways, you can see that I already got out of that. But all right, groceries, I need a calculator again, is going to be just from the to the 4th. Actually, groceries for that is going to be $23.69 plus $5.9. No, that's going to be unbudgeted. $5.9 plus $24.42. So we spent $148.11 in groceries. $51.89 remaining. Unbudgeted for that week is going to be $5.98, and I believe that's it for that week. Yep, we did so good. We obviously have 0 remaining. We only spent $5.98 that whole week. Okay, so then the second week, like I said, it's gonna be pretty boring. We are literally not spending a penny that we don't have to spend. At least we're trying. Ooh. So this is gonna be April 5th through the 11th. Get this back where it's supposed to be. Groceries, unbudgeted. Okay, so the other thing that I had a question about is when my husband did apply for his unemployment, he decided to not have taxes withheld out of it. I kind of wish that he would have, but he was really thinking at this point that we didn't know that he was going to get this extra $600 at that point. That hadn't even been talked about when we were doing unemployment at this point. And we were thinking that we need every $362 and we'll deal with the taxes later. Now that we're getting this extra $600 something, I'm wondering, does anybody know if I can go back in and let them and change that and change the tax situation? Because I really want them to take it out at this point. I'm like, I really need you to probably take that out actually. So I have to read my bank account because it accidentally pulled the 142 out, and you see me put that back in minus the extra little bit that we needed to go in there for that next payment. So then it looks like I spent at Meijer again $21.23, and then, and honestly I think that was that Meijer trip is not groceries, that's unbudgeted. That Meijer trip was for lawn stuff that we needed. Okay, general dollar is groceries, Speedway is not, SpeedyQ is not, Home Depot was not, 6, and then 25.15. Nope, that was not supposed to be in there. 25.15, that's unbudgeted. And 76.58 in groceries. Okay, so we spent another 83.43, which means we went over by 51.89. We are now over $31.54. Groceries around here are kind of a weird thing right now because like I said, we don't need much because we got a ton of meat is what I will put out there. A ton of meat, but we need like all of the extra stuff. And so we're just kind of figuring that all out. And plus being at home with 4 people every single day, life is a little different. So getting extra breakfast foods and all that kind of stuff is what we're trying to figure out. But I don't believe that I won't be going back to the grocery store. This is literally keeping up with milk and eggs and like little snacky stuff. So I am kind of okay with $231. And I believe that it's going to be because you're going to see, like, we probably won't spend that $50 in gas, honestly. My parents, like, my mom got gas for 14 cents today because of her Kroger card. So I don't see us spending it in gas. Okay. So then unbudgeted, I didn't count the 21, 23, 147, 169, 846, 846, and 25.15. So a clear $58 plus $5.98. Perfect. Okay, so we are up here. I'm gonna put up now 63 because now that we're getting up there and that needs to be watched and tracked. It is still fine. I'm not gonna freak out about it. This is like $63 is honestly not that much. So other than that, we are gonna do, and this even included like Easter stuff for my children, which wasn't very much. And I also had a family member, my father, helped us a little bit with that to get our kids just a couple of things each. And then we're just filling Easter eggs for them. It's not going to be anything big. They'll be fine. So that goes on to week 3. I am good with this. Like, I'm not going to do anything probably more at this point with this. Let's go back into here. I can tell you, I didn't estimate anything, honestly. I will just put in the actuals. I got nothing from Amazon. I didn't meet the threshold for Amazon, and I did not meet the threshold for YouTube, which will make it easier this month to make the threshold since I have that little bit of cash put up for that one. Etsy, you guys, let's just say I've had a few nights of just complete, like, I don't even know how to explain it. I have been so grateful for any of you that have came off of my YouTube channels and ordered any stickers from my Etsy shop. Y'all have blown me away. You've kept me so busy, and I don't even mind 1 single ounce of that being that busy, because honestly, I have never had my Etsy shop as busy as it has been this month. So I just want to thank any one of you that have went in and made an order, because it will help our family so tremendously that I can't even thank any of you enough. I literally cannot even thank any of you enough. So, especially since unfortunately I don't hit that threshold every month with my YouTube. Usually I'm only hitting it like every other month. This month you guys have YouTube boosted that budget video quite well. Oof, I put that off a little bit. And so that helped tremendously. Like I said, it was real scary putting all those numbers out there and putting our family out there. But I also received so much feedback from people saying that they were in the same predicament and that they were that when they heard my video, they knew that it was possible. So, it is what it is. We're not dealing with our debt at this time. Guys, honestly, it has been it has been everything in me this month, just sitting on the phone with people. It takes you 2-3 hours to get through to different businesses and everything else. So it is a lot it is draining. I'm not even gonna lie. It's draining. But you know what? Everybody that I've talked to on the phone lines has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. I can't thank anybody enough. So, okay. So off the soapbox, on to the big details. Okay, so like I said, 362 plus 362 is 724 minus 73.19. I'm gonna go and get and pay this. And I believe if I put this back on auto pay, it will actually decrease. That's one thing that I have found, that a lot of these companies, if you put them on auto pay, a lot of them give you like $10 off more a month. So something that I think. I'm gonna do that, and then that leaves 650.81 left, and we're going to minus $400 from that to put towards the mortgage. So I think at this point, I'm going to leave you guys right there at this. It's just a short update. What I'm going to do is 362 plus 362 is, where did I just put this? 724. 724. So that's what we got. Part of it was supposed to be in March, but March I just cleared out. I had the bills paid. I moved on from March. So I guess I can add in a 362 to this paid to this month. So 362 plus 362, like I said, was 724 minus the $73.19 for this bill. Then we would have 650.81 left over. I'm going to take $400 out of, I am waiting on papers from our mortgage, but at this point, with the increase in the unemployment, I am not going to mess with our mortgage. I'm going to continue to pay our mortgage and just slowly get us out of this hole, and pray that by the end of April that my husband can start finding work. He has had 2 leads on stuff, but unfortunately at this point both leads have said, you know, we are very interested and we will be getting back to you as soon as things get back to normal. That's pretty much what we're hearing all over the place. So we are just going to wait it out this month. He's going to continue to work on his resume and, you know, applying to many other places. This week we start homeschooling with my 2 children, so my schedule will be kind of crazy. So yeah, so that's where we're at this point. Please let me know if you guys have any questions. I hope that I was as clear as I could possibly be. Thank you guys so much for being here. Definitely hit that like button if you want to see more of these budgeting through unemployment, and definitely hit that subscribe button if you are new here. Thank you guys all so much. I will see you in the next one.